Hello and welcome to Horse Racing Systems. This is Dutchin system using Excel spreadsheets, and we'll have the selections today, which is the 11th of March 2024, Monday morning at 9:52. I've started this, and the first race we're going to look at is the 2 o'clock at Plumpton. Now, one thing I've forgotten to do, which I always forget, is open the Betfair site and head towards Plumpton. So that's not a great start. Right, so the first race is the 2 o'clock. This is a novices hurdle for 8 runners and £4,357 to the winning connections, and we'll go into our Excel spreadsheet first of all. I've got all the horses, they've all run before under rules, and they're all in ratings order, and the first horse I'm going to look at is Jetronic. So let's go into Plumpton on Betfair. Don't forget we use the exchanges here. If you don't like Betfair or you've been banned from it, then you've got choices of Matchbook, Smarkets, and maybe there's some others that you use. But this is the one we're going to do for information purposes only. So Jetronic here. This is the one we're going to look at. Currently trading at 8.4. Remember, every time I tell you about this over round figure here, 104.2, it's gradually coming down, but you need that to be on 101 point something really. So the first thing we do, 8.4 goes in our Betfair SP column. Now 8.4, as I done that, a stake has come up of £11.90. If you stake that amount on it, if Jetronic does win, you will receive £100. Now, the difference with Dutchin to normal betting is that you bet more than one horse in a race. And this works that you can only lay out a maximum of £50. So if that horse was odds on favourite, then you'd only back one in a race. But it stakes £11.90, and the maximum that we can stake is £50 because we want to return, where possible, £100. So we win at evens. So that was our top rated horse. Our second top rated horse is Johnny Jump Up. Now, Johnny Jump Up, as you can see, is the favourite, 6-5 as it stands, and that is 2.2 at Betfair. Right, it tells us we need £45.45 on this, but we haven't got enough because we laid £11.90 out in the first race. In the first selection, we have only got £38.10 left in the kitty to bring that up to £50. So they will be our two selections here, but Johnny Jump Up is not going to return us £100 because we didn't have enough in there. So the price is 2.2 times £38.10 gives us a return there of 83.82, but with a stake of £50 does win us £33 plus, and Jetronic will profit us £50. Now, if you're betting on a high street bookmaker, you won't need to pay any fees, but in this case, when you use an exchange, they can charge anything up to around 5%. So if our top selection, Jetronic, was to win today, the £100 return, less the £50 stake, would give us £50 profit. But these exchange bookmakers take money from your profits of up to 5%. So £2.50 maximum would come out of your win part only, not your stake. So that's the first race. Now we're going to move into the second race. There's a few small fields here today. So let's go back into Betfair, and this time we want to go down to the 230. We've got Sir Rock, and as you can see by the price there, Sir Rock is favourite, and this is currently 2.16 on the exchange, but again, just going down there, as you can see, to 103.3. So again, you want to see this at 101 point something. So again, don't put your bets on to about 5 or 10 minutes before the race. So 2.16 for Sir Rock gives us a stake of £46.30 to return £100. So that means that's taken most of the chunk of our money, and we've only got £3.70 left in the kitty. So El Polo Greg, that's going to be our second selection. This is currently trading at 6.2. So that 6.2 would need £16.13, but as I said to you, we've only got £3.70. That's all we can stake. So Sir Rock was to win, £46.30 at 2.16 on the Betfair SP would return 100. But if you backed El Polo Greg at 6.2 for £3.70, if this horse was to win, at least you would get nearly £23 back, and it wouldn't look so bad out of your 50 stake. So that's the first two races done at Plumpton. Moving into race 3, this is the 3 o'clock, a novices handicap hurdle, £3,829 to winning connections, and we'll go into 3 o'clock on the exchange there, and our favourite is Sanitizer. So Sanitizer is now a non-runner, so we do have only 5 left to go here. So that must have been quite a late withdrawal, that, because I'd only just done all the form. So that's everything up to date. Right, so we will look at our top selection now, which is Salvatore. Salvatore currently trading at 1.55. Still need this to come down, this 104 over round. But 155, not going to be a great price this. But £50 to win will be your maximum stake. Any horse that is under 2 will only have £50 on this. So this will be another race where you will not reach your £100. 50 times 1.55 would give you a return of £77.50 and a profit of £27.50. It would be the only horse that you would bet in that race. And this is the problem when you have a lack of runners. And there again, the £3:30 at Plumpton. 4 runners go to the post. Handicap hurdle, £10,562 to winning connections. So 3:30 Plumpton. All 4 go at the moment. And our top selection is San Pedro. Now San Pedro is trading at 3.1 as it stands, and that will be a stake of £32.26 at the 3.1 SP would return £100. And our second selection, I See You Well. This is trading at 4.4, just as I come off that. So 4.4. We've laid £32.26 in the first race, which means we can only go £17.74, not the maximum. And again, that's our stake of £50. I see you well. We've taken 4.4 times the £17.74, and if this wins, would return us £78. And again, it would be a profit of 28. But if San Pedro was to win, your returns there would be 100. So that's race 4 at Plumpton. Into race 5, we've got 7 going to post for the 4 o'clock. A handicap chase, £4,225 to the winner. And our number 1 selection here would be Hard Frost. So let's go into the 4 o'clock. And yeah, there's the 7. Hard Frost at the moment is trading at 5.9. Don't forget the over-round needs to come down just a little bit. So don't bet anything at Plumpton until you get closer to that race, and making sure the over-round is 101 point something. So 5.9 Hard Frost. Stakes £16.95 at 5.9 SP will return £100. Our second selection is Born at Midnight. Born at Midnight is trading at 5.8. This would need a stake of £17.24 to return £100. We've now laid out £34.19, which means we've got £15.81 maximum left in the kitty. And our third selection is Fleming's Tipple. Fleming's Tipple at the moment is now 5.2. So 5.2 allows us £19.23, but we only have £15.81 left in the kitty. So that will be our stake on Fleming's Tipple. Now Fleming's Tipple, 5.2 Betfair SP times 15.81, £15.81 stakes would return you £82. So again, it would be a profit there of 32. And Born at Midnight and Hard Frost, the top 2, would return you £100. So you've got 3 running for you there at a profit. And that's the difference between Dutching and just fancying something and putting all your money on one horse. This spreads it about, and you do get a very high percentage of winners, on around 57% winners. Doesn't sound that great, but it's over 1 winner to 1 loser, and that's what you've got to be doing, is getting a profit. I averagely have about 14 more winners than losers over a week. At £50 is £700 less your fees. So you do have a nice wage at the end of the week. Sometimes you can double or treble it. Sometimes you could just get unlucky and just draw a level. It's just the way it goes. And the 6th and final race today, only 5 go to post here. This is the 4:30, a handicap hurdle, £5,281, the winning connections. And Nordic Tiger is our top selection. And Nordic Tiger at the moment is trading at 3.45. Don't forget, there's a lot of short price ones when you only get a small amount of runners. So £28.99 is your stake at 3.45, will return you £100. And Individualist is our second selection. This is trading at 4.5, and this just wants £22.22, but we've only got £21 and a penny left in the kitty to put on our second selection. So Nordic Tiger returns £100 if it wins, and Individualist at 4.5 or 7 to 2 times 21.01 stakes gives you back £94. So not far off, two selections running for you there at even money. So I'm going to go back through the card again. There's only 6 races there. There's mostly more combined tomorrow at Cheltenham in 2 races, I would think. But Plumpton, first race, 8 go to post. We've got Jetronic to return £100, and our under-selected one, if you like, in second place will be Johnny Jump Up. That's the 2 o'clock. Into the 2:30, you have Sir Rock running for you with £100 returns, and our small stake is on El Polo Greg. Into the 3 o'clock at Plumpton, a top and only selection in this race because it's odds on is Salvatore or Salvatore. The 3:30, where there's just 4 runners here, we've gone for San Pedro, which will return us £100, and I See You Well is our second selection with a lesser stake on that one. And the 4 o'clock at Plumpton, we've gone for Hard Frost, that will return 100. Born at Midnight also returns 100, and Fleming's Tipple, the third selection, will be less than that. And in the last race, the 4:30, we go for Nordic Tiger. That's our top selection. And Individualist, as I say, will return over £90, and that's our second selection there. So good luck with whatever you're betting on today. That's the Plumpton card, and I'll be back in maybe a couple of hours with another card for you to look through and digest. Thanks for watching.